Welcome back, awesome Action 3 fans and subscribers. It is Christmas Eve, Sunday the 24th of December 2023. Unfortunately, tomorrow, Christmas Day, is a work day here in China, so I will not be having a holiday. But never mind, I will be releasing a video tomorrow as well. Anyway, today I am reviewing this 30 minutes mission, mass-produced submachine. Extended armament vehicle, which looks pretty cool. This can be used to add parts to other figures and models you can see, and it's a figure in its own right. And interestingly, in terms of scale, it is smaller than the 30-minute missions mechs. And these are bigger than 118 when they stand up. They scale well with 118 in the 144 scale because they'd be massive 144 scale. But they are bigger than 118 when next to them, so this will be slightly smaller than 118, I would imagine. But hopefully it will work quite well, since 118 is my preferred scale. Right, I'm going to... looks pretty cool. Oh, we've got a little opening there. I'm going to make this on time-lapse. Have a quick look inside the box. We've got how many sprues? 1, 2, 3 sprues. So maybe this will be a literal 30 minutes to make this. We will find out in a moment. Okay, I'm going to go to time-lapse and I'm going to make this. So stay tuned and do enjoy the music by my friend Dub Esquire, Dub ESQ. I'll put links for him into the video description below if you want to follow him and listen to his music, etc. He's also a fellow toy collector, so do please support him. Okay, be back with a time lapse in a second.
I'ma turn it up, spit fire on a mic and burn it up. I kill the beat like a murderer, got insane flows while the rest of these fools sound like some old lame-os. I crush the competition, that's how the game go. Run up, I'll rearrange yo. Faceplate, watch your face break. I don't fear wild animals because I tame those. I eat MCs, they taste great. You ain't ready to die, then vacate. I'm a mercenary here to collect my payday, but you can't afford my pay rate. I'm the king of the jungle, I slay apes. I'm a wild animal, flesh-eating cannibal. Suckers run up and I dismantle them. They try to challenge me, but I'm way too challenging. I got the gift of gab and my vocabulary's damaging, unstable mental. Some flows experimental, lyrical C4 explode on instrumentals. Kill your whole gang, leave one to sentimental. Pockets bunny-eared, without no essentials. Taking out you suckers, both sides against the middle. Time to make the donuts, Krispy Kreme and Winchell's. Burn the whole spot, can't identify the dental. It ain't complicated, in fact it's kinda simple. If you speak in blasphemous, I'm coming for your temple. And that's just plain and simple. Whack MCs I disassemble when I spit the fundamentals. Stepping to me is a mistake. I crush weak rappers like grapes. I used to be broke, but now I got dough, and all these hoes caught the vapes. And say they down, but that's fake. They just trying to eat off my plate. But little do they know I already fed my dogs, so you suck up a phone, it's too late. I'm the M.A.N.N and I'm great. Ripping the mic is my trait. I'm gassing on you fools, never empty my tank. They say they soldiers, but they ain't.
Okay, here it is. That was about 29 minutes for me to build, even though I made a couple of mistakes, so that is under 30 minutes. Not so difficult. So some parts I just don't like the little, you might see me struggling perhaps in time lapse, the little way the legs clip on. They've got this little clip inside, which I think should be the other side, but it's not. Well, if it's the other side, it's going to mean the legs can't go outwards. but it just seems to get in the way. There's a little black clip, which I don't want to take the leg off because it was quite difficult to put on, but that's not that difficult. It does look pretty good. Will it work at 118? I don't know. Let's get a close look. I think as 118, just as like a sentry drone, it could be okay. Now what it is a little disappointing, I think these arms are a bit funny, is that the barrels aren't drilled in these guns, which is a shame. It feels like it might be a tad too small for 118, but we will look in a moment on that. Let's put a bit more light in it, that's better. Okay, let's go for articulation and features. So top to bottom, you can open up this little cockpit, and there is a little chair and control panel, but I've got no figures that fit in there. But never mind. If we look here, shoulders go all the way around as you expect. Outwards, not very far. You'd want more than that, but this thing here gets in the way. Did I do that right? I'm sure I've done that right, but I will just check the instructions very quickly again. Yes, I've done that right. So that seems just a bit strange why they'd want to limit the articulation going out, because that joint should go further. Because there's an actual joint which is not going to get much movement. There we go. See, it moves there, but it won't go up because this part gets in the way. But it'll go all the way around from the shoulder, and even from the arm as well. In fact, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now you do get a certain shoulder roll with it, which is quite nice. The actual bicep, you can get really tight on that. It's like a shotgun, and you can get very straight as well, like that. It's an interesting joint design. You've got another joint here, there. Not quite sure what that joint there is for. And you should be able to. No, you can't turn from this one. You can't turn outwards on this. It's only from the shoulder. Waist. Turn from two places, and you've got an up down, sort of a side to side as well. Hips forwards and backwards all the way. Sideways, you may get full splits actually on this, since you've got some space. No, you won't, because the sculpting gets in the way, but you get okay on the sideways. Kneecap, you're getting 90 degrees. You got some articulation in these little parts on the hip there, but doesn't actually do much. Foot, you should get a swivel because it's on the. God, that's so stiff. There, small swivel because it's on the ball. Not much else than that. You should be able to turn it slightly. There we go, but it's going to pop out the ball if you're not careful. And you get a tippy toe and a really amazing dorsiflexation and a small tippy toe. It's not a bad kit. I like it. It is going to feel slightly undersized, I think, with 118. Even as a sentry drone, it feels like it needs a slightly more bulk. Just get him standing a bit straighter. But for a 30 minutes mission kit, which wasn't that expensive, about what, £6, takes you about half an hour to build, including cutting everything. It is a fun way to spend 2% of your day. Let's get an idea of its size. We'll zoom in again a bit more on this one. So in terms of height, it's quite small. It's about 9 cm. So if I compare to some 118 scale figures, so if I use my Annex 2179 female cyborg, forget her name, from having too many toys to forget the names of things, you see that it actually could work. It could work as just a sentry drone or a controlled sentry drone. So it scales okay, I guess. If I compare to my recently made and reviewed, was it animal style mech, or I forget what it's called. I'm going to call it a crab stroke spider mech, another 30 minutes mission mech, which is fantastic. Let's get his legs slightly down. you can see that it does look quite a bit smaller now. And this mech here is just really good. That scales so well with your 1/18 scale. It's quite a fun build. I don't think I'll be buying another. If I do, it'll just be the one. One good thing is, though, you get loads of spare parts for your 30 minutes missions, including spare joints, spare hands, spare parts for the knees, and other spare parts I don't recognise. So, you know, it's not bad. It's quite a fun build, and you do get spare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's about spare 6 or so, or maybe a couple less. Quite a few spare of these little joint parts as well. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon. Oops, put in there. And I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.